Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Tina. Hey, Susan. How you doing? How are you doing? How's your evening going? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm still saying, Marianne, how you doing, sis? How you doing, my sisters? How you doing? I am still waiting. And I swear, you know how, like, if you get too anxious, you'll be like, okay, if I get too anxious, then I might go in other places, and then you'll start blaming yourself. All this, I'm like, I'm not doing that. What's for you, nothing, no, nothing, and nobody can take it from you. And what's meant to be just falls in order. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at, and what's not is just not, and that's where I'm at. But I'm still waiting. But patience with stuff like this, I'm like a person who gets a good gift. Cool gamer, how you doing? How you doing? Housewives, how you doing? How you doing, sis? Let me get my butt up in here. Let me get up here in this chat real quick. Let me give love because we counted. Oh man. Let me say hey, hey, hey. What's that? Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? Snuggle, how you doing, my snuggles? How y'all doing? Now you know you're not listening from the bushes. You a queen. You are listening from the throne. And whatever throne you sitting on, that's yours. So you listening from the throne, says I never had you in the bushes. I'm like Patrick Swayze. Nobody puts housewives in the corner. You know what I mean? So you ain't in no bushes. Nobody that ever come to associate me as anybody that deserve to be in no bushes. It don't matter if I like you, don't like you, if people like you, don't like you. The bushes ain't where you gonna be. You ain't got to be. Love you, sis. You on the throne. How you doing? Your presence just made me feel even better. All y'all presence made me feel even better. But I'm waiting, anticipating, playing my favorite little get hyped up rap songs in my ear, and I'm putting my motivation music in there too. So let me come in here and just chit chat, see how you're doing. How's your day going? How's your day going? You know, I think about when I think about life and I think about trusting people. See, it's a difference just trust and trusting somebody with your life. But if you have some trust, I have enough trust that if this is where my trust are. I have enough trust that if I'm messing with you and giving you my time, you're worth my time. So I trust that if I fell back, you'd catch me. If I fell down, you'd pick me up. I trust that. And to me, that's big. And then as we grow, I can trust that if anything went down and my demise came, you would have nothing to do with it. And I don't care. Nobody'd even think it because it would have never been. And I think in my mind, most likely, if I went to a demise, you probably came close to it. So it just grows. So when I tell y'all, when I tell y'all, when I come in the building, especially man, every time I come into a live, I look up. I think once it did this because I probably ran up in here or twice when I ran up in here, um, with no warning, just I went live. Because sometimes I'm going to do it. I can't help it. I'm sorry. But when I come in here and I see my sister, I always know I'm in a safe place from the moment I enter it. Not just because I came on live and said I wanted to make it a safe place. I feel safe. I feel safe. And so I definitely am happy for that. And I'm happy for everybody who comes in here and shows their love and gives their heart. Like I said, everybody leaving their weapons at the door because it's safe. It's so safe that we can leave our weapons all at the door. You know why? Because if something happened, we all running to protect the place we're in. I mean, we ain't running to attack each other. We running to protect the place. So we got all our weapons at the door. We came in and we wore our heart on our sleeve, which is hard to do because people love to poke you in it. Because when they poke in the bear, they forgot your heart was on your sleeves. So we get to be in here and be a good place. So even like right now, I'm sitting here, sitting around waiting. And when you're waiting for something, it seemed like you've been waiting an eternity. You know, you get a little anxious. Like I said, I can't even get a good gift for somebody and hold it. That's why I got to get it close to the time I'm gonna give it to them, because I can't even hold it because I'm just excited to make them happy. And so as I feel waiting to see what's going on, and the thing I'm trying to make sure my mind understands is no matter what the outcome is, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. And sometimes it's good to wait, to appreciate, to, like I said, the last year for me in my life has been very humbling. It's been very humbling. But there have been stages of it. I felt like I was very embarrassed of where my life had became. And actually when I was doing right, like not even on no BS. And it made me sit at the window and decide, did I want to stay in the BS and get knee deep in it? Or did I just want to live? I want to live and be alive and enjoy life and enjoy the things I had and enjoy the people I loved. And that's what I wanted to do. And so it all came down to it. What am I going to do? And that's what I did. And no matter when I thought going the other way would be easier. Hold on one second, Joe. Hello? Hey, what's up? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. Okay. So that was a hey big bad wolf, how you doing? How you doing? Says sorry guys, I hate to put you all on hold, but of course my phone would ring as soon as I start talking to you all about what's going on. So hold on, big bad wolf, how you doing? Snuggle bunny, how you doing? How you doing? So yeah, so that was the apartment, and what they said is Wednesday they want me to come and bring Nino and meet Nino in person. So I'm gonna go and do that, and if all it goes well, then we'll go ahead and sign it, and that's where we'll go from there. So I'm not worried about it now. Will Nino be barky at first? Of course he will, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that because he was meant to be a bee. So that's where we're at. So Wednesday, I'm gonna go and take Nino, old stinker butt. You gotta take a nice bath, man. Look so cute. They got to know how cute you are. But of course, now that means since it's Wednesday that I'm going to see the place. What I'm going to do is, for right now, I'm going to extend my hotel from Wednesday because Wednesday is the day. Well, Tuesday night is the day I pay on my hotel. So what I'm going to do is I'll extend it to Friday. So that way, no matter what, I know that much. And if it don't work, then I just extend it longer. But I'll go Wednesday. And so that I don't have to worry about anything because no matter what, I have to move into there Thursday. If I get the place, I'm moving Thursday. So if I'm taking Nino Wednesday, I have to pay on my room Tuesday night because I'm going Wednesday morning to take Nino. And since, especially since I have him out of the place, I definitely don't want to not have be here and my room isn't paid for and my stuff isn't here without him in here because oh no. So I'll do that. But yeah, so that's where we at right now. That's where we at. So sorry, because my mind is racing, but hey, I'm here with family. I'm here with people. I'm here with my people. So I can just let my mind race and think and talk and pause at the same time. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, I definitely assign a lease, Mandy. Let me tell you something. I can't stay with my boyfriend if I'm not on a lease. I must be in a lease. I must be in a lease because that covers my own A. I haven't cursed yet, so I'm gonna try to stick to it right now. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm only as good as my last try. But yeah, and man, I'm just at a place where it's like what's meant to be a be. You can't change it. And what's gonna go right just falls in order. You know? You don't have to press it, you don't have to play with it, you don't have to it's just what it is. So is the truth that Nino will be anxious? Yes, he will. He doesn't know you, and I'll tell him, man, but you don't live with me. And I'm not gonna have him, you know what I mean? But he's going to be, that's what he's gonna be. He doesn't know you. He doesn't. And that's what protects me because he can see better than me, you know. So if that's the image, it won't. But if you want to see the image of what he just is, then you have to see that with him. You have to see him. But I would love for you to meet him and meet him first. So he's my baby. And so I vouch for him. I tell you, I don't vouch for much. If I vouch for it, I know it. I know it good, bad, ugly, different. I know it. And I know the truth of the matter is he's not just good because I'm saying it. He has protected, provided me love, been there, been a balance, been been a friend. Yeah, I mean, And so, it's costing an arm and a leg, but I'd sleep in a tent with him. I would. 'Cause honestly, if he wasn't, unless he wasn't breathing or I wasn't breathing, I couldn't imagine living without him. I wouldn't leave him alive sick or, just to have him. But as long as he's breathing or I'm breathing, it's not a question. I don't care what anybody says or thinks. It's just not a question. For me, because my answer is always going to be him. That's just a fact. So even when I think about getting this place, or anytime I've thought about getting a place, I've thought to myself, I'm glad I didn't give up on him. Because when I was down, he never gave up on me. And when for some people, giving up on him would have been easier, There's no way I was giving that money. So even when I think about being anywhere, I think if I went and they met Nino and they didn't want him there, I wouldn't want to be there. And though I don't want to stay in a hotel for the rest of my life, I would stay in one for the rest of our life, just so nobody was judging him or hating him. So when I think about having a place and moving on to the next chapter, I think like my kids are grown and they having kids and living their life, and that's fine because they're supposed to. They're supposed to grow up and evolve. But in reality, he's my baby. Like that's the truth. Uh, I know some people say like, how can people be so attached to an animal? Trust me, I know one day they pass away. I lost my dog of 16 years. But when I think of my mental health and what my animals mean to me, I'm just glad I waited. And as hard as it seemed, I never gave up. So, oh man, no, no, man. That's what sometimes I don't even like thinking about waiting on a yes or a no because you'd be like, oh, I don't know what they gonna say. Do they have this insurance? Is the insurance got a dog over this weight, a dog of this breed? I don't care about a place being non-smoking. That doesn't bother me. Not one hotel have I stayed in did I bother to pay the extra to have smoking. Because another thing, like even when I moved to Georgia, I lived in a house. You don't smoke in the house. And so one of the things is I learned I never smoke around my pets anymore, just so I could do something better. So I could care less about something like that, even in Chicago winters. But like I said, as long as I have a safe place for him and he ain't nowhere where he ain't wanted, he ain't, as long as that's going on, I'm good. I'm good. Let me go in this chat, y'all. When you stay in tunnel vision, it's so that you could just make it through what you're going through. But anytime you stop and talk about it or really think about it, you really feel it. Oh no, I know dogs bark. I ain't worried about that. Because like I said, Nino doesn't bark all day. I mean, that's not gonna happen. And once we're in a place, there's less traffic, so I'm not worried about that. Like I said, any place. Yes, I do. I have service papers. Hey, Lala. Hey, sis. Mhm. Big Bad Wolf Ace is. Yeah, so no, I don't even worry about that. Like I said, I just thought about all the places. So there were places that even with having certification, there were places that their insurance did not allow pets. Period. And so with those kind of clauses, it really don't matter because you just can't have the animal in the building because in case anything happens, they're not covered. Then there were places that had certain dogs where the insurance didn't cover if you had them. So you had a lot of those things going on, and it is what it is. Because like I said, I'm not the only person in a hotel because of pets. And believe it or not, it's some people in here with cats. So you'll be surprised. I mean, you know what I mean? So at the end of the night, whatever the story is, whatever any reasons has been, this is where I'm at. And like I said, I've just been grateful and blessed enough to have a place where I feel comfortable. I've been able to be in the same room. I didn't switch around, you know what I mean? All day, every week. I don't do that. I've been able to do that. I've been able to have Nino be safe. I've been able to once we got past the leaving every 28 days, I've been able to give Nino stability so he's comfortable. So that he's not so anxious that because he's moving around and he doesn't know what's going on. And then when I'm anxious, he's more anxious. So the thing about that is I'm glad to, I'm saying, have had all of that. Those are things I'm happy for. I'm blessed for. And like I said, and until, because what's for me, nobody can take from me. But when I just think about it, like I said, I think about the whole thing of why I'm doing what I'm doing, why it's a part. But at the same part, it wasn't just for him because it's helped to build me and the confidence in me and an assurance in me. Because I tell you all the time, we talk about people and all their flaws. Well, let me tell you, one of the hardest things to shake is insecurity. And people think that just means you think about your looks. It's bigger than that. It means what you think about you, how you feel about you. And sometimes when a lot of bad things happen to you, you think something's wrong with you, that you're a bad seed, that you're not acceptable, that you're unforgivable, that you're unlovable. You feel that way so much that you don't see love, and it'll be right in your face. It won't be something you never had. It's just you can't see it no more. So you're just fighting. I can't say that's everybody. That was me. That was me. So when you hear anything about you won't, you can't, you don't, knows, too many of them, it make you feel like failures. And it make me feel like um, everything somebody swore I'd be, you know. And so that's why when I think of mental health, I know it's bigger than what somebody's saying right now. What's triggering it is what somebody put in you and said before or did before. And so I understand all of that. I know I fight with mine every day. I know. I do. And for many years when I was fighting with it, the way to fight with it was to not feel. So whatever made you not feel. So if it meant I stayed up all day and I just kept company, and it didn't matter if my company was good or bad. I just had to have people around so it was sound, not the sound in my head. Unable to sleep without the TV on, unable to sleep. So, and thinking something's wrong with me, that I must be messed up. And not realizing how many people more understood than didn't. But they were sitting somewhere thinking that they were messed up too. And that they were the bad seed and that they weren't good enough or they deserved everything that happened to them. or they deserve to not be forgiven, whatever it may have been. So even like I said, when I'm waiting on an apartment and I'm sitting here thinking about it, sometimes you'll start beating. That's why I don't sit and worry about what I don't have. And I tell you that all the time. I don't sit around worrying about what I don't have. I'm thankful for what I do. I'm thankful for what I do. Because it could be so much worse. It really could. Oh yeah, I definitely miss my la la. Where's my la la? Yeah. But trust me, like I said, I do. I know. And it's real life. That's why I tell people we shouldn't even play with it because, and the worst part is, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I don't even be thinking people playing with it. I just think that what people doing is protecting how they feel or saying how they feel. I don't know. I barely can understand me. And so even when I'm explaining me, I'm not trying to explain nobody else. I'm explaining me. I'm explaining why I could actually ever get scared for it to get better. More because I'm probably just more worried about it going wrong. So when I tell y'all that the reason we have to live in something better for ourselves is because even when you're trying to do right, the bad, the wrong will chase you. So I know when I'm doing wrong all the time, it lives with me. So I'm no different than anybody else out here. Red Rock, hey, bruh, hey, Sweaty, hey, sis. So yeah, so like I said, even when I promise you, if you, man, uh, I tell you sometimes, even when you want to go beat you know how I know when people beat themselves up a lot? It's because they always have to explain themselves. Tell you. But yeah, I truly came on here to say, yeah, let's sit and chill. So they called as soon as I got on with y'all. But like I said, one of the reasons I'm giving you 100% of me is because even right now, in my realest moments, I have to be just 100%. Because, like I said, while I was sitting here waiting and anticipating and trying to figure it out, what was they gonna say? You start questioning everything, good, bad, because there's a part of you that's just saying, well, this happened and this was, so that you could so-called prepare yourself, because that's how you prepared yourself by beating yourself up. But then there's a party that's saying it's okay either way. And so sometimes when y'all hear me cry, it's not because I'm sad. It's because even when I know how I used to think, to be so free from that, as scary as it seems, it's the best peace I've had in a long time because I know the mind, man, especially when it started when you was young, your own mind will torture you to be even halfway free from that is a blessing. To be able to express yourself and not be afraid of what people think. I think that I had to get to this point, to get to this light. And so for that, like I said, I'm not even like sad. It's just I feel a shift. Oh, I tell y'all. Let me grab some tissue. Well, some more tissue. Y'all gonna stop getting my softer side. Hold on. I said I'm gonna bring the tissue in here because if I'm honest, whenever I'm real, I'm gonna really show the emotions I have. If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm coming from my heart, it's gonna pour out. It's either gonna pour out with joy or it's gonna pour out in pain. But my pain ain't gonna be hostile and mean no more. It's just gonna, like I said, so that's truly where I've been mentally, you know. And sometimes, shit, I'm like anybody else. The way you done learn to fight in your life is the only thing you know. It's all you know. So even sometimes when it is kicking your butt the way you fight, it's how you'll fight. Because what you know for a fact is it'll protect you in some kind of way. You know? Mm, it's a process, you know. But I know it's all for the better. I really do. I truly know that. Let me get up in this chat, y'all. I had a moment. I had a moment. Oh, it's a group hug. Yes, I feel the love. I feel the love. What's up, Florence, man? How you doing? I know. I feel the love. That's why I came in here. You know what? Let me tell y'all something about me. If I can be honest and real with you, it says a lot about what I feel about you. Because I'm, in reality, very guarded. In reality, I don't want to be around a bunch of people. I don't. Because it's too many energies in the room. Not powers or anything like that, just energy. So when I'm, but I know how to treat people because I know how I want to be treated. And I know how I've been treated and didn't like it. So that I want. But then there's a part of me that is Like I told you, the little girl I still ain't went and got back in my life. That she got hurt and she's still sitting there in the corner. And every bad decision I've ever made has been to protect her. And that's the truth. Just that half of them, like the way you think, you want to take them out your mind. Oh, thank you, Snuggle Bunny. You know why I give out love too? Um, because I know what it's like to feel unloved, to feel unwanted. And one thing I know is it don't feel good. So in reality, even if I was upset with somebody, that's not how I'd want them to feel. So like I said, even when people think I'm being perfect, I wish, because if I could be perfect, then I know I'd never beat myself up, you know? Not for what I am right now, but for what I've been. And so, yeah, that's why I say, man, sisters, we got to build each other up, queens. We have to, because there's enough things beating us up, mainly ourselves. I will, sweaty. I was telling my mama I always go to the boom boom room. So here's the boom boom room. You ever seen the movie Life? So in Life, in the movie Life, Eddie Murphy and them would go to the boom boom room. And so the boom boom room was a club they made up. And when they told stories at night, they went to the boom boom room to get excited. You know what I mean? And it was everything everybody wanted, and just their imaginations went wild. Well, sometimes when I get excited about things, I go straight to the boom boom room. So I already decided what I want to put in there, how I want to get me my cast iron skillet and get my. I just instantly started thinking. But sometimes one thing about the boom boom room is if you go there and then you come back, you be, oh no, but it's not because you did wrong. It's just because you got excited. And that's that innocence of a child. So if anybody's ever lost their innocence in any kind of way, it didn't have to be SA or anything, but if you ever lost your innocence as a child, there's something, and when you feel these joys, it's almost scary because it's a reminder of what was before. You weren't like that anymore. Like, I don't know how to. Yeah, like I said, I will. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Wednesday. So you know what? Tomorrow, Bubs, we taking a bath. It'll be nice and clean. You like anyway? This thing. Nina, they want to meet you on Wednesday. What you think? You gonna let them know how much you love them and how nice you are? Of course, of course. Yeah, and then you gonna let them know that you all bark. No, yeah. But. You are a pit. So you know what that means. You know what that means. You know what they gonna say. They gonna say, oh, boo, it ain't so bad. And you know, and then they'll say this love. They'll say this terror. They'll say, that's the danger. That's the danger society. But see, you gotta tell them, put up your dukes and fight like a man. Fight like a dog. And that's what they worry about. So I'm not worried because I don't need to know what he did. I know who he is. So I ain't worried. He'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, I'll put that together. I'm telling you, it'll be, and I'd like to have a touch of it. And that's the thing. See, and that's when even when you say put together a wish list, I think of just a touch of you guys will be that. It could be a candle somebody bought and they thought about me. I say, oh, that candle is them. It's their energy. Because you know something? If here's a fun fact about me. Like, I love collecting rocks. Um, and like, so I love collecting rocks from if somebody passed from the grave, natural rocks that were there. Not somebody put out rocks, bought some rocks, put them out there, just natural rocks that are there, just a piece of the earth around them. And then I like to go to different states when I'm in a different state and I like to collect a rock from the state, right? So if I went to a state to visit somebody and I was there, I'd probably steal a rock from in front of your house. Well, not steal, because I mean, we're not gonna call it stealing, collecting, but I'm guaranteed to take one because those mean a lot to me. Because something is about the energy and the land. It's like the earth you on. When I saw the movie Blood Diamond for the first time, it was something about when he talked about that the sand was red, the sand was red, the dirt was red because of all the blood from all the people in years, and the violence and the wars and everything else. And I thought about how I just really love the earth. You know, I do. That's what I love the most, the earth, the water, the land, the trees. Like, I do. I really do. Playbook. I'm trying to think, like, what would be my favorite movie that I feel like would be. Hmm, I'm trying to think of like what's my because I got a bunch of favorite movies, but if I can think of a movie that I felt like related to me in any stage of my life. Oh, now you got me thinking. That's what you got me thinking. Can anybody think of a movie that like describes them or you did? Housewives? That's beautiful. Sometimes you tell people that and they always be like, anyway, like, girl, somebody can bring you a rock from anywhere and tell you it's not that simple. It's not just as simple as just rocks from anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? But if somebody came to me and said, Daddy, I kid you not, this rock is from by a tree I love to go sit by and get some warm air, and I noticed it there and I brought you, it would mean the world to me. And I would date it. And so what I did a lot of times, and when you move, you're gonna lose things. So you lose some rocks. I can't never get back them rocks. You know what I mean? So now what I said is I'm just gonna start getting a lot of those little bitty mason jars. And whenever I collect a rock, I can date it and buy a jar with the state of it on it already. So I told you my mom went to Canada, she got it, and that really meant a lot to me. And for like any ones I get from like a grave, I'm going to get one of those little cases like you put like quarters in, like or I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, but I can put the rock inside the little case, but it's see through so you can see it. And so I can label it. Because like I said, at the end of the night, they mean something to me. And so it's good to see somebody else understands it. I do. And that's beautiful for you to even notice that. And that's why most people have the hearts they have, because they think about when somebody did for them and cared for them. You know what I mean? So whether it was their time, their whatever they did, but they cared. You know what I mean? They cared enough to do something. And acts of kindness, they actually do make you feel better just in life, because just because you did them. Just because you did them. So it's a blessing, sis. And I mean that. I don't, I used to sometimes think in my life that things you just were deserved, or you owed them. You are owed them. They're a blessing. You're not owed nothing but what you do. So anything else is a true blessing. I'm telling y'all. So I appreciate people's time, they love. I'm telling you, that's what filled me up, like that type of stuff. And genuinely knowing people like you for you. Like it's not some mask. It's not some, oh, because of such and such, because I could do such and such. No, it's truly because of who I am and who you are. Like I said before, I would have told people, yeah, it's look, he just stopped me in case he thought I was gonna say the F word. But I used to truly live by it was F the world. Don't ask me for everything you get. You got to, and I truly, but it was the F the world part, or it's me against the world part. I truly thought like that. But if I think of a song like on the rap side that right now could really truly explain me, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put it in my ear so I can truly feel what I'm saying about this song. Sorry, I'm sitting here jamming in my ear already. Um, because I also want to add it to my happy rap music. Well, not happy rap music, but just my get pumped rap music songs, and they come in all different categories. But one of my favorite motivational rap songs to my spirit, even though he's not talking about me, it's many parts in this song that do it. It's "Lose Yourself" by Eminem. It's just he coming from his heart. So like even when M used to talk about Kim in on a dissing way, he coming from his heart on how he felt at moments, not what he did. Just like Biggie. When Biggie did suicidal thoughts, people thought he was saying he would no, it's the feeling of it's the thinking you're not worth enough. But if you had one opportunity to seize everything you wanted in one moment, would you capture it? Or would you just let it slip? Man, this this song charges me up. I kid you not. Mm-mm. He say them these food stamps won't buy diapers. Mm. Back to reality. Oh, there goes Rabbity. Oh, there goes. Come on, he about to snap. He says back to these ropes. Ugh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just listening to it. It's something about this song. It just. Mm. Sorry, y'all. I couldn't think of a movie because, like, 8 Mile, the movie, doesn't really move me too much. I mean, it's a good movie, but the song, oh, please. The rap battles in there, yeah, especially the last rap battle in that movie, yeah, but Mackay Pfeiffer and them dreadlocks, no. No. That alone, no. But this song, woo, is my jam, though. It actually gave me good positive energy. So, like I said, I've been literally going into my Apple Music and making Apple playlists. So I got my inspirational music. I got my rap music. Um, I'm making a happy music, like just songs that make me happy since I was a kid, whatever. Thinking songs that make me think. So I'm just trying to put together a bunch of playlists. But it's so much music you be forgetting about songs. It remind me of when you used to download songs and and you be forgetting about a song until that next day you like listen to one of them songs and be like, man, I should have downloaded the Ozzy Brothers. Yeah, that's how I feel making these playlists, y'all. But yeah, he break it down. Every time I hear this song, give me motivation. I kid you not. He say, no more games. I'm gonna tear down what you call rage. He said, I was playing in the beginning, but the mood all changed. He be snapping. I can't because I can hear myself talking and I'm trying to rap with him. And he is letting it ride though. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, Pink. I love Pink. You met Pink once? Oh. Oh. I love Pink. Yeah. 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 Blues must that he say success is my only option, failure is not. I've lived that by that my whole life, that failure is not an option. It's not. I died trying to win before I fail. I live on my feet before I die on my knees. Like I just live by that. You know what I mean? Like, and he coming from the gut. He coming from real understanding, like of just going through. It don't mean being poor, don't mean being black. It just mean understanding that when their music is how you gonna reach us. Man, you can do anything you set your mind to. Yeah, that song gave me first time I heard it, it gave me goosebumps. And I ain't gonna lie, when I seen the movie and put that song to the movie, I said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you got my attention, bro." I mean, he had it already, but he really had my attention. Because I told you I ain't like him at first because I didn't like what everything that he compared himself to being black was all bad. It wasn't the love for the people that just accepted him for who he was, and he accepted them for him. I ain't like that at first. I didn't. Just being honest, but I don't know. After that, me some M. He is definitely one of the greatest lyricists of my lifetime. He on that list. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely on that list for me. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody to say it ain't they list. Look, it ain't they list. But I know for a fact I didn't have that on my list. That wasn't on my happy list songs. Because in that place, I added to my list. Let me get back in this chat. Because I'll still be sitting here adding songs. But yeah, I love him. Okay, so take my knee on Wednesday. I'm excited. Like I said, I can't wait to get a place. I'm like, I hear somebody out there. You know, I'm trying to see why it's not letting me back. Here we go. I don't know if sometimes you all go in the chat and it's like clear, like nothing's there. And you're like, okay, where's the chat? I just did that, so I just had to come out and come back in. I'm like, wait, that's weird. What's my Lala talking about? Yeah, it's hard. And some days you don't believe. Sometimes what you believe is what you see, what's been done to you, what you felt. You know what I mean? And then sometimes what you believe is that no matter what it was, is that you made it. and I didn't give up. I didn't go completely crazy. I didn't lose my freedom. I didn't lose my life before I could see better. So that's the only. Sometimes that's the thing that's holding me together. Is those things I just named that I hadn't lost my. You know, sometimes I'm thinking I'm losing my mind. I ain't lost it. And, you know, sometimes you just feel like, man, I'm just tired of fighting. I'm just tired. You spend all this time fighting about stuff. Like I said, when my buddy died, I thought all the time I could have just been kicking it with him. But it was days I was just sitting around. Like, I'm gonna sit up in this, sit up with my buddies and play video games and smoke with them all day just to stay away from people. I could have been over there seeing that buddy. And I get tired of thinking about things later, after, when you can't change it, when you can't fix it. So I just said, no, we'll do it now. It's just like I tell people, I do not like credit cards. So if I can't buy it now, I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I want it. That's how I feel about with friendships. I'm like, hey, if I can't do it, I can't do it. But if I can, I'm gonna be there for you. I'm not gonna spend my time worried about, and I'm not gonna sit with my friends who I enjoy their time talking about people I don't enjoy. You ever been so miserable about how people treating you and doing you that you sit with people who don't do it, talking about the people that do it the whole time? And I know they be sitting there thinking to themselves, like, well, I'm not one of them. Why are we talking about them? We giving them energy. I don't want to do that no more in my life. Oh, Gangster Paradise by Coolio. Oh yeah, that's a classic. I'm gonna put that on. That's a classic. That's a classic. I think I'm gonna put that on my happy raps. Well, not to say happy raps. I just mean songs that remind me of being young. Good rap songs I liked, or at a point it was my take a shower song because I was young. I always had to have theme music. I told you I'm team too much. But yeah, I used to have theme music. So um, it really depended on the mood I was in. So if I was in, I could have been in I'm in a crush kind of mood on somebody. So then you know what song I'll play when I got in the shower, y'all. I would either play "Do You Want To" by Escape, or I play "Rush" by Paul Abdul. Rush, rush, hurry, hurry, lover, come to me. I can't even lie. I put that on. I ain't even lying to you. That was one of my songs, boy. If I was playing that, I had a crush on somebody. Now I was getting ready to be around them, and I had to have myself in the mood to, because there's nothing better than having a crush on somebody. Getting a little, I miss that feeling like it just, mm. But yeah, I had theme music. Let me see what John's saying. I came out to go put on Coolio Gangster Paradise. Oh, that's so good. Pink's a good human. I like Pink. I always have. Since she came out and was just being herself, I just always like Pink. Yeah, he is definitely a great one, a great poet, a lyricist. Yeah. Thank you, Lala. I did it for my birthday. Hmm. Yeah, you gotta love Kid Rock and Eminem. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I just gotta ask: is Flint still suffering in water? Because Flint, Michigan, went a very, very long time with bad water, and that affected many people. And I just know that they weren't being flooded with enough water to bathe, wash, cook, you know, with. Is Flint still suffering? Because I feel like Flint was really because of the financial level of people. Because I know Detroit had, well, yeah, Detroit, but Detroit to me is Motor City. Detroit to me is Motown. So Detroit to me is beautiful on that angle. You know, ooh, the Shy Lights. Oh, Marianne, sending positive energy to you, sis. Trust me, I understand. Mm. Oh, I know they were smoking the storm up. The last big rap concert I went to was a Bad Boy concert, and it was after Biggie passed. But Jay Z was there, Foxy Brown, of course, Lil Kim, all of the Bad Boys, Memphis Bleak, um, Twista, um, Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of people, and it was before the Rosemont became whatever it's called now. I don't even know what they call it no more. The Rosemont Theater, they got a new name. Yeah, and man, it was like a chronic tour with Dre. I mean, everybody was blowing. That's the last big rap concert I went to. Cause I don't like concerts. I don't like being around that many people, y'all. I don't. I don't like being in any situation that if a panic came, it would lose control. You can't do crowd control. I don't like groups like that. Like, ooh, you saw him in Memphis. You know, Memphis hold my boys MJG and 8 Ball. Love me some MJG and 8 Ball. And y'all got um oh my God, DJ Pauly. I can't think of their name right now. Triple Six. I knew Flint was still lit. You know, and the funny thing is, because of the financial living of most people in Flint, they don't speak on that. And we'll sit and we'll talk about what's going on in other countries and everything else. This is our back door, y'all. Flint is our back door. It's a part of the Midwest. It's a part of the bread and butter of this country. It's from a place where, you know what I mean? It's from the same state where we just talking Motor City and stuff. Come on now, this is Michigan. Like that's sad to me. That's sad to me. And when we talking about what we doing and as much money as that was been given out in the last 4 or 5 years around here, we shouldn't have a place still suffering like that. But then again, we shouldn't have had Katrina, but that's a whole nother story. I'm just talking about Flint right now. I'm trying not to go too deep. Oh, that's why I say when we talking about things we should talk about, it's some stuff we should be talking about. Nobody talking about. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, you're not bringing the chat down, sis. Please, us knowing what you need from us and what vibes you need to send you, that'll never let us down. That's gonna help us to lift you up. Just like shoot, I just sat here and was just 100% honest. I wasn't to bring nobody down. I was just being real with my sisters, being real with queens, being real with the kings, being real with my people. Nothing wrong with that. Says this is a no judge zone. This is a no hate zone. It's a true love zone. You know what I mean? Now it's not make out point or nothing, y'all. Okay? Because sometimes you start talking love and people start talking freaky, and you be like, wait a minute, when did you equate love and freaking together? Like, see how we, or it's just me? Is it just, you know what? Let me see what Housewives saying. Y'all not gonna do this to me. Mm-hmm. Oh, he owns it out there. Oh, yeah. Oh, you saw Coolio in Chicago? Oh, that. Thought she was about to say Lollapalooza. Yeah. The Lollapalooza. Ooh, I love Lollapalooza because it is all music, but hunting is too many people. I mean, Chicago be packed. Don't be on that train or that bus or walking down the street or driving in Lollapalooza. Like now, we talking 100,000 people walking to the train, the bus, they cars, the oh, traffic is a beast. Hmm. Mm, that's so sad. Mm, yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading y'all comments. Reading Tina talking to Sweaty about because I mean, hey Daisy, how you doing? Mm-hmm. And every place has a bad place, but like some people are only tell you about the bad stuff. So I remember like there was a some kind of for people on public aid they had out in Detroit, out in Michigan. But anyway, they was picking up people and taking them to go like clean hotels, whatever. Anyway, and this one woman, her son got a hold of her brother's G, and y'all already know the story. It didn't end good. But anyway, I remember that happened out there, and that guy, the guy who did the uh, documentary on 9/11, he did a thing about Detroit. It was so good. Who did it? I'm trying to think of what his name was. But it's a documentary and it's on Detroit. What? And I thought, even when I watched it, I think, oh, Detroit's the worst place, but I thought every place has its pockets. Every place has its pockets. But in its pockets, it has beauty. Didn't I tell y'all? People will tell you, Chicago, you just walk down the street, somebody going to rob you or take your life, and it's not going to happen. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And some place they trying to tell you is, and the reality is, in most people's minds, especially the politicians out here, Chicago only exists to be the downtown. Everything else is surrounding it. That's why when you hear the Chicago fire, it was downtown because that's what they consider Chicago. Good afternoon, Daisy. How you doing? How's your day going? Well, it'd be good if it's a class action lawsuit, but it won't change the damage of what happened to people because I feel like if we don't have enough water and all I have is bad water, there are a lot of people that's going to be ill because they're going to be forced. Just like when people be in the ocean and you get stranded in the ocean, they tell you cannot drink this water, this water. But imagine if you out there 16, 17 hours and you don't have nothing to drink and nothing else, you going to try to take a sip of that doggone water. So I just imagine if people don't have enough, they're bathing with that water, they're drinking that water, they're cooking with that water. Scary. Money can't buy back the lives or the illnesses. Oh, and Charlie Dance. Oh, you went to Lollapalooza. Lord, there was so many people at Lollapalooza. Oh my goodness. And I mean Lollapalooza is so live that you don't even have to have tickets to it and be just being down there. We got all that nice stuff. um, Maggie Daly, Daly's ex-wife. I mean, not ex-wife, his wife who passed. I don't know why I can't think of her name right now, but they put all that stuff down there. So we got a lot of nice stuff down there. So you could just be in the area, but it's too many people for me, and it'd be over $100,000 being nice. It's be too many people for me. Mm. Ooh, a bunch of people grilling. That sounds like fun. Oh, I bet that's real. And so, was that like in the summer, like in June or July? Because like how we had a taste of Chicago at the end of June in Chicago, sweaty flower day. Mhm. Oh, food, music, yeah. That's taste Chicago. Food, music. Once again, too many people. Too many people. Yeah, I've been in Memphis before. And in the area I stayed in Memphis when I was out there, they was calling me P Valley. I ain't even lying. And that P was definitely for what you think it stood for. It's a 5 letter word. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah. I know about that boy, white boy Rick. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, wow. Oh. And that's like another thing. Jackson, Mississippi has definitely got hit. They like you said, they just went through it. They just went through it. Yeah. And it went on way longer than it should. And it's like the saddest part is these things keep happening is not the noise you think it should be made. Like, we always jumping up and talking about what we need to do. And not us, but I'm just talking about the country as a whole. But there's so much going on in our own backyard. You know what I mean? Our own people are starving and homeless. Our own people are with bad medical insurance. Our own people are, you know what I mean? Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, that heat. Okay, Lana, we'll be in here right now, ma'am. Oh, it's in Maine. Mm. Mm. My sister would love like a flower day, especially if it's something that got all these different plants and flowers. But that's what I said. I know like lavender is supposed to be a calm. Um, I do want to do a couple of different flowers. You know what I mean? To balance like a lavender in the bedroom. You know what I mean? I do. And plants are good for oxygen sources too. Oh, yeah, it sounds just like the taste of Chicago too. Mm, that's nice. 'Cause I love farmer markets. Does everybody have a farmer market that come through in their place? I love the farmer market. Oh, I love the farmers market. Michelle, hey sis. Mhm. Wait, Marianne left? Wait a minute, where did Marianne go? a second. Hold on, I gotta see what's going on with says. I just read that and I said, wait a minute, it took me out of completely anything else I was talking about. I gotta know what's going on with my says. Because I don't know what's going on. I was trying to call my Marianne. Wait, what is going on? What did I miss? Wait, what happened? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, well, let's definitely send prayers and strength out to our sister. Because one, don't you leave. We right here with you. Hmm. Just making sure. Just had to flood her with messages real quick. Because, maybe she had to take a second. And sending you love says, we right here, especially if we all in the building. We in the building giving love, and that's for sure. And that's the truth. You were just sending me positive words when I was down a little bit early. And we sending them right back to you, sis. That's the one thing about a sisterhood. You're not alone. You're not alone. So we'll be here for each other. That's right. Yeah, she is, Tina. Yes, mine is too. We sending you nothing but love, Marianne. If you're listening right now and still got it playing, you might not be reading the chat. I'm telling you, we're sending you love. And that's all they're saying. Listen, Sweaty said Marianne wasn't bringing anyone down, anything down, good, bad, or ugly. We are here for each other. That's the truth, Sweaty. Sweaty said that. Snuggle Bunny said, Marianne, we're all here for you and we love you. Nothing you said brought anything down, huh? Because we love you. We love you, sis. Tina said, it's just not like her. You are so precious, loving, and kind to everyone. My heart is breaking for her. We love you, sis. We love you, sis. And that's not even everything that was said. Those are the last ones I just read. So we love you. And if you're listening, sis, no, you didn't bring us down at all. You actually let us know that you trusted us enough to let us know what you're really going through. So we thank you for that. You know what I mean? We thank you for that. And we love you. So if you hear us, I hope you hear us telling you we love you. Look at that. Sending hugs and love to Mary Ann. And that came from Michelle. Like I said, we love you, sis. And that's for real. You didn't bring us down. You didn't. You brought us together to come together for you. So just know that. Just know that. Like, yeah, y'all. And then the funny thing is, today doesn't feel like a Monday. I know I say it all the time. Days are just days to me sometimes, but some days feel like a day. Like, I know something about like certain days will feel like a Saturday. When you like, oh, there's something that made me feel like a Saturday. But it just didn't feel Monday-ish today. It didn't. I kept thinking it was Sunday. I kept thinking it was Sunday. I'm like, no, it's just Monday. It just began the week. Yes, Marianne, as you remind us often, we are sisters standing in solidarity. We got you, sis, and we love you. Yes, yes, Marianne. So if you are listening, please hear your sisters, and they are giving you love, sending you love, and that's what it's all about. Remember, like I just said earlier about myself, I can't think of what I don't have or what was. I have to think of what I do have. In moments like this, in sisterhoods and standing together like this is what it's about, sis. Big Bad Wolf said, "Love you, Marianne." Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all ever seen the movie Something About Mary? Oh, Marianne, look, now I'm talking about the movie Something About Mary. Listen to me. Y'all ever seen the movie Something About Mary? That is one of my happy place movies. That movie is so hilarious. Oh I think that movie actually, now I've watched it so many times, at one point I couldn't even put it on. But now, since I haven't watched it a lot in the last couple of years, it's like one of the best movies. That movie is hilarious. That movie is hilarious. Hmm. Yes, she does. Man, that overly tan lady and her dog. Oh my goodness. That movie is, and the overly tan lady is getting up with everybody. She got all these men. She Oh yeah, that is a classic movie. I love that movie. And like I said, it just gets funnier how he goes out to be a PI and he's supposed to be finding out about Mary. He fall in love with Mary. Oh, boys pretending to have a handicap. Okay. Okay, let me go on here. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me double check on my sister. But yeah, that movie, that's one of my happy place movies. So I've been trying to make sure I've looked up. Um, I've been trying to make sure I watch one of the movies I think make me happy at nighttime. So if I fall asleep, so I've been watching that movie Superhero, and it's like a spoof movie of all the superhero movies. That movie is hilarious. That movie is hilarious. I've been watching that. I've been watching Witness Protection with I didn't like that at first. Tyler Perry's Witness Protection. But I've been watching that. American Pie, the first one. Just movies I like. I want to watch The Great Outdoors. That's an old one, but that's one of my happy place movies. But yeah. Oh, man. So what's your happy place movie? Hold on, I'm texting Marianne. But yeah, I just want to make. So I've been trying my best to make sure I definitely watch a happy movie every night. One thing about if you text people and stuff, you're always waiting for an answer instantly. Or is that just me? Is that just me? Oh yeah, always, always a loving presence. She'll be back. I know she said when she was naming that song that she's been down for 3 weeks, depressed for 3 weeks. And so one thing about depression, I know the more days it in, it's the hardest sometimes to come out of it. But when you can actually speak about this going on, that is a step. When you can actually speak about it. So we got to send the love and strength. Okay. The audio books. We probably 8,000 cigarettes. Peg Bundy was always driving a cigarette in the food when she could. Oh, Notting Hill. I haven't watched that in a long time. Oh, the Wizard of Oz. You telling my sister. She'll do the Wizard of Oz, the Wiz. Oh my god. She'll watch the movies about just the witches. Anything to do with that, she just love it. I was watching the on Thanksgiving. I was watching the like last 20 minutes of the Wizard of Oz. I said that old cowardly lion. But that's always so funny how when they get to Oz, dude back there just he behind a voice machine, a voice box. But what you talking at? Okay. Now, when it comes to Saul Sweaty, I'm gonna have to say the later they got into the Saws, it's just like okay, these just it's just gory and violence. Like it's not even that good. Like, but the Saw one, I'm gonna say really up to like Saw three. And I'm gonna say about three. I was kind of getting to a point where I'm like, oh, okay, now y'all just being gory and bloody. It's not as good. The story, you know what I mean? It's not. Wait, because wait, is that three? Which one is the one where they up in that crib and oh man, because they basically always all killing each other off. I'm trying to think of which one because I know which one I like last. It's like so I was just getting oh. Because now they starting to just all blend together. And then I remember VH1 had that show, the Scream Queens, and they were looking for the actress for like what was that saw 4 or 5? Yeah, so on what 2000. But I like horror movies. But yeah, so yeah, after a couple, I was kind of like, oh, we done with so Wolverine. Wolverine is such a killer. Hmm. Right, yeah, the first Saw, I thought was, ooh, I could see that happening. You know what I mean? It was scary. It was real. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. The first one really got me. But like I said, they started kept going. I'm not buying none of this. I'm not scared of it. Queen of O'Hara, how you doing? Oh, Grease. Oh my goodness, my whole family love Grease. Now I'm not gonna lie, Grease a good movie, but I told y'all for a long time I did not like. Now I do, but I didn't like people just jumping out singing in the middle of acting in movies and play. I didn't like that for a long time. But Grease soundtrack, one of the best soundtracks ever. Um, but yeah, Grease a good movie. Grease is a good movie, but it's a better soundtrack. But yeah, Grease is a good movie. My family love Grease. Oh, Titanic. And then the best thing about Titanic, if you haven't seen Titanic in a long time, I'm watching it from the very beginning to the end. But if I've recently watched Titanic or I've seen it, I am literally starting from the second video. Like from the second video, from the moment it starts, I am like hooked on the movie from there to the very end. You know what I mean? When she telling him she ain't gonna never let him go, and he is fully sinking down into the water, auntie. I'm sorry, but we would have had to lay on top of each other or something on top of that thing. I don't know what we would have done. But me and Jack might have had to go down. To me, the biggest soldiers in that movie was that mother that was sitting there praying with her kids and just, like, hey, because the truth was, I don't want to be fighting out in that water, y'all. Out, man, in the middle of the ocean. Did you see the icebergs coming out that water? Do y'all know in real life how big the Titanic was? So you have to know that the iceberg, and it was made to so called not sink. And oh, but that's such a great movie. Oh, and speaking of soundtrack, Selena Hunty. To this day, if I hear that song, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, I need to put that on my make me happy songs. So it make me sad and make me happy together. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, Titanic is a great one. Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, now you know what, Queen O'Hara. Now I'm into musicals, but before I was not into musicals, and I had been to a few. I had been to the Wiz where Stephanie Mills was there. I went to the Color Purple. I went to Wiz. I went to the Color Purple as far as musical. There's one more. Mm. But yeah, no. But now I like them more. So now I'm more prone to go. It's like now I want to go to Jersey Boys. I definitely want to experience Lion King um, on Broadway. Like I definitely want to experience that. I want to. Now I'm not gonna lie. Even when I didn't like plays and stuff, I always wanted to go to Cats. Is it me or when I? Because when I was a kid, that was a big commercial. That was one of the Broadway plays that got commercials. I always wanted to go to Cats. I wanted them cats running up on me in the house. Cyber loving. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Oh, that's when they had that whole era of almost that. I don't know if it's scary, cheesy, or I can't stop watching it kind of movies. Cause you know what I call them? Do y'all remember Spangoolie? Did you all get Spangoolie? Spangoolie movies? I thought those were all the cheapest, like the cheesiest scary movies ever. Any Spangoolie movie. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know who Spangoolie is? He wore the hat. He did the scary movies, and then we had what's her name, Elvira. Did you all have that too? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? But they hosted like on Saturdays scary movies, but Spangoolie's movies were always cheesy. Like the movies, they weren't movies he made, but they were just movies that he'd host. Like us watching them. Cheesy. So it'd be Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It would be what's another one that's super cheesy? Oh, anybody remember that movie 8 Inch Freak? It was about the spiders, but that spider was like 6 feet tall. I was like, oh my god, y'all just be making up anything. Now, arachnophobia to me was a little. I mean, the spider's kind of huge, but arachnophobia was kind of ooh. It gave me the keebie-jeebies. You saw cats. Ooh. Oh wow. Okay. Go get your food. I know one thing about the cats is that's one of those interactive. So like she said, I know that's how that's supposed to be. So I always when I would see the commercial for cats, I always thought cats was one I wanted to go see, and there was another one that used to have a commercial all the time when I was young. Those are two I wanted to see. One was cats. What was the other one? Oh, it's those guys. They got on like a blue suit. They do like a whole thing together. It's like three of them. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like the Blue Man Crew. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I always wanted to see them. I don't know why. I just always did. I was always intrigued. I think that's what they call it, the Blue Man Crew. What did you make for dinner? We'll ask Sweaty when she came back. What did she get for dinner? What did you make for dinner? Sharknado. Oh my god. First of all, how is there a tornado with a bunch of sharks y'all trapped in the tornado? Like, yeah, it's those cheesy movies where you like, oh, this isn't even scary. This is hilarious. It's super cheesy. Elvira, you know who I'm talking about. Yes, 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 Tina, that's just what I'm talking about. Yes, yes. See, because you never know if people got the same thing you got, but I remember thinking like these are like the cheesiest. And I'm not gonna lie, Tales from the Crypt. I used to love Tales from the Crypt. I'm not even gonna lie, but some of those episodes were super cheesy, like super cheesy and low budget, like super cheesy. Even the Tales from the Crypt thing. Then they made them a little more scary. And once, do y'all remember they had the Tales from the Crypt movie, and then they had Tales from the Hood? If you've seen them both, if you've seen them, you've seen them. But the Tales from the Crypt movie, once they made him that, he seemed a little more real. But before, he almost seemed like a puppet, like that they were moving him and that his jawline just moved, like almost like a skeleton, and then kind of doctored it up. It wasn't really creepy to me. It was kind of like, is this old man? Then he had like hair that was thinning, and I was like, I don't know what's going on with the Crypt Keeper. And why is the Crypt Keeper older than the place where he Crypt Keeping? I don't know. But yeah, I used to like Tales from the Hood. I can't even lie. But a cheesy, supposed to be scary movie is Fright Night. When I was a little kid, Fright Night seemed scary. And then when I was like 9, I'm like, this movie is bullshit. I was like, man. Oh, go on and have dinner. Go on and have dinner. You have a good one too. Yes, yes. Yes, I hope Mary. I'm not gonna stop till I talk to her tonight. I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah. I used to love that movie, Silver Bullet, when I think of movies that were from the 80s that were kind of cheesy but good. And it's got, is that Corey Haim filming? One of them in it, but it's about the werewolf and this werewolf coming through their town. I think that's called Silver Bullet. Because as they end up using, take the werewolf, and the werewolf end up being like the pastor at the church, like the father, the priest. And they don't know until when they kill him as the wolf, as the werewolf, then he becomes who he is. Y'all know what movie I'm talking about. Just saying if anybody knew what movie I'm talking about. Oh, you finally off, Susan. Long day. Tina, you just got up too, didn't you, a little bit ago? Hmm. Oh, wow. You had meatloaf and roasted broccoli. Ain't that what you had too, Susan? Wow, great minds think alike. When I saw Love, I thought you was about to say Love Jones. Love Goes. And I used to love Love Actually too. It's funny because all those movies, Love, look, Love Goes, Love Jones, Love Actually, all those are good movies with love stories. Oh, oh yeah. When it comes to if I'm eating pepperoni and pizza, it has to be a certain way. So it has to be a little bit crispy at the edge, like the pepperonis, and then I do like curl pepperonis sometimes. Like I like them cooked. I just definitely like that on them. Oh, yes, good job. I mean, you're doing a little better. The more you can actually eat for the day, it's always a good sign. Oh, Liar, Liar is a classic. Liar, Liar is a classic. I swear, is it TBS or TNT? One of them play Liar, Liar a lot. They play it quite often. And whenever I catch it, it's one of those movies. If I catch it on or somebody's watching it, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna laugh because I really like that movie. I love Meatloaf. Man, me too, Sweaty. hmm Smoking. It's so funny because I watched Ace Ventura 2. I was telling you that the other day. I watched it again. I hadn't watched it in a long time, but back then I loved every movie Jim Carrey was in. The Mask. I always loved Jim Carrey. I mean, from the first time I saw him on Living Color, I was in love with Jim Carrey. I thought he was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I just love Jim Carrey. I did. I just something about him. I just love me some Jim Carrey. But The Mask, Ace Ventura. Oh, I used to love those movies. Oh, what was that movie? Me, Myself, and Irene. That movie. A lot of people don't talk about it. Hilarious. 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 He got those three black kids, and he be at a thing, and they be like, "How do you think those are your kids?" Oh, that is such a great movie. I might have to watch that tonight. I haven't watched that in at least 3 years. Like, oh, I might have to watch Me, Myself, and Irene. Smoking. Yeah, The Mask is a real good movie too. The Notebook. The Notebook is Love Goals. The Notebook is such a beautiful movie. Everything about it is beautiful. Their love, their staying together, them ending up dying together. And I think that movie is fan freaking tastic. No, that's definitely Love Goals. That's definitely Love Goals. Oh, for sure. Another movie I liked that was a good relationship movie was The Story of Us. And it has um is that Michelle Pfeiffer and Bruce Willis. It's a great movie. That one, The Stepmom, is a real good movie. All sad, but great movie. Great movie. Stepmom is a great movie. Jaws scared me. And when I went to California and I was younger and we went to Universal and the Jaws exhibit, I thought it was scary then. But really, to me, Universal Florida is way better than Universal Hollywood. Way better. If I had to pick uh, one of the things to go to, and if I had to pick like my favorite things to do, if it was any of the amusement parks in Disney, World or Land, it would be SeaWorld, Magic Garden, or Universal. Those would be the three main things I would still to this day, like a big old kid, want to do. One of those three things. Oh, Beaches is a great movie. Once again, so sad. It's like Steel Magnolia's great freaking movie. So sad. Life is Beautiful. Okay. Mm. What movie? Yeah, still. Oh, Dirty Dancing. I was just quoting that earlier. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. Like, oh, Dirty Dancing is a great movie. And that song, She's Like the Wind. Oh, in my dreams. Dirty Dancing is a classic. Dirty Dancing is a classic. Oh man, that's a good one. Those are some good ones. All these movies are good movies. I remind you, Tina. Which one did you watch at the drive-in? Hello. Oh yeah, the drive-in. It would always be a kid movie first on the first movies. When you catch the first movie with the drive-in, it would always be a family movie, and then an adult movie. You know what I mean? Just something rated R or whatever. They'd always be together. And I love the drive-in because you could actually go at nighttime and be able to play at the stuff that was, they had a little playground up in the front. Well, my drive-in did. I can't say what everybody else's did. I love drive-ins. Ghost. Oh my God. Ghost is a freaking great movie that no matter how old I get, I am still snotting and crying when Demi Moore gets a minute with Patrick. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ghost is great. Oh yeah. Jaws might have got me at the drive-in too. That big old screen. I mean, I guess the screen the same size as in the movie theater. It just seems huge outside. But I love to drive in so much. My mom has a projector and stuff, and she's done outside movies. I love that. And then at the drive-in, you get to sit on people's car. And then I always wanted, I ain't gonna lie, to go to the drive-in and make out or something. The fun of the drive-in. I never had that experience at the drive-in. Guess I'm missing out on everything. Oh, Michelle, I told you we went when we were in at Universal, we went and saw the Hitchcock Presents, and it was birds in 3D. And I'm young, so 3D is big. It's not like the regular. Nowadays people got 3D, 4D TVs. Honey, it was that old school 3D where it come at you like, oh my God, petrified is an understatement. To this day, I don't like flocks of birds. Oh no 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 no. Them just flying over you. Oh no no. Oh, jeez. So when I think of Hitchcock, I get a little nervous. The whole movie is filmed from one living room. Let's check that out. Oh, your tailbone. Oh. I bruised my tailbone falling on skates, and to this day, if I touch the right piece of it, you can feel the pain. Like it's not as bad as it was, but oh, that's why. Oh, you broke your. Oh, mm, that's that sounds painful. The thought of it made my whole body cringe a little. Oh, how long does it take your tailbone to heal when you break your tailbone? Like, that's just ugh. Tell me that really sent the pain down my spine into my tailbone. Now I haven't seen World War Z. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Sweaty, did you like that movie? You know the one that Tina Turner had the song for. We don't need another hero. What's the name of that movie? Mad Max and the Pterodome, or the Underdome, the Pterodome. You seen that movie? When I was young, I was scared of that movie. Don't know why. Don't know why. When I was young, I was scared of that movie. You don't need to run away. Still hurts. See, that's what I'm talking about. Mm. And that's what I'm telling you. I know it has to because I fell on them skates. I'm telling you, if I push in, right? Oh, I can feel that. And I didn't break it. I just fell real good. And I went to try to catch myself, but then I thought about breaking my wrist, trying to catch myself. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's my ear that want to pop, so it's gonna keep making me um, yarn. It's like it's trying to pop my ear. Mad Max, yeah. That movie scared me when I was young. I might have to see that. I haven't seen that. Oh, you was just talking to your grandbaby? That's beautiful. Yeah, like I said, when it comes to movies, these days sometimes I just want to watch older movies, like movies I loved in the '80s, movies from the '90s. I don't know, I just be wanting to watch them. So I've been in a lot of '90s comedies. That's why I was talking about Me, Myself, and Irene, because I was just thinking about things I liked in the '90s, late '90s, early 2000s. Like I watched Cruel Intentions the other day. I haven't watched Cruel Intentions in the world. One, I used to love that movie, but that is a great freaking movie. That is a great movie. Oh, and how Sebastian is getting it together at the end. Oh, that's a great movie. JJ, how you doing, sis? How you doing? We sitting here talking about good movies, movies that make you happy, or movies you don't watch a million times. Now, y'all know another good movie that's sad, like when we talking Steel Magnolias and stuff that's sad. Fried Green Tomatoes, great movie, sad. Beaches, y'all named that already. That's a great movie, sad. Terms of Endearment, great movie, sad. And what's the movie? And it took place in like Asia, and it was the Asian one. What is the name of that movie? But the one lady, she's bathing her child and she ends up drowning. What is the name of that movie? That's a sad movie too. It seems like all the worst things are just happening to those women. The Women of Brewster Plays, great movie, sad, very sad. Like all of those movies I just named will all have me crying. Color Purple, great movie, sad. When he is ripping her sister away from her, sad. Oh, we said the Notebook is relationship goals for everybody. Like, oh my God, the Notebook is the best love story ever told. Oh, the Notebook is such a great. Now, the Notebook is what 3 hours long. You can watch that from beginning to end every single time, from the very beginning to the very end. That movie is so good. That movie is so good. We said Titanic too. Titanic's a great love story movie too. It's a great love story in Titanic. Yeah, Terms of Endearment is a great movie. But oh my gosh, Terms of Endearment is so sad. It is so sad. Mm-hmm. You did. Mm-hmm. She did mention that though, because those are great movies. Like I love the wedding singer. I love Adam Sandler. So just about every movie he's ever done, I was like, except for Spanglish. I didn't care for Spanglish, and I didn't care for Punch Drunk Love. I didn't care for that much. I didn't care for Spanglish. At first, I didn't care for the movie where he's a twin, but I end up that movie really grew on me, so I really like that one. But oh yeah, Dirty Dancing. Oh yes, you name all the good ones. Yes. P.S. I love you, young. Now, see, these are all. What is that movie with J Lo ends up meeting a guy and he's a doctor and they get married and his mother. It's a funny movie, but to me it's a good love story movie. Oh, what is the name of that movie, y'all? Not The Wedding Planner. And the mother, his mother don't like nobody he be with. What is the name of that movie? It is so funny. And Wanda Sykes is the mother's like assistant. What is the name? I love that movie with J Lo. Pretty Woman, a classic. I told you all when I was in LA and I went out there for the show. Stars sponsored a thing for me and my son, and it was at that hotel, the Beverly Hills hotel, and we were on the roof. That's where it was, on the roof. So we did a red carpet in there, took pictures in front. Yeah, yeah. Went on the roof. They had yeah. So those pictures I had posted that day, and we sent in front of that was on the roof. But same hotel as Pretty Woman. And of course, I knew the hotel as soon as I got to it because I've seen Pretty Woman 18,000 times on TV. I think Pretty Woman, even though I don't want to hope to be a prostitute to get to that story, but it's a great little love story of somebody fall in love for you. And you know what I mean? Monster in Law. Oh my goodness, y'all. So you've seen it, Michelle. I love that movie. Like I used to love The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, I love that movie. Oh, The Devil Wears Prada is a great freaking movie. I loved that movie, but Monster in Law. Oh, that is so funny. I love Monster in Law. Wait, what second act? I never heard of that one. When I first saw it, I was thinking of Sister Act. Because I was saying, oh, I love Sister Act, all of them. Every last one of them. The first one is always gonna be a classic, you know. But War of the Roses, great freaking movie, hilarious too. War of the Roses is a great freaking movie. Yeah, that's a good one. Sling Blade. I haven't seen Sling Blade. Yeah, War of the Roses is a classic. Mhm. What's another good one? I told y'all I was watching the Brady Bunch movies part two, the Brady Bunch sequel. Hilarious. Freaking hilarious. Yeah, I love Michael Douglas. Yeah, Falling Down. Classic. Classic. I know I was just talking about that movie a couple of weeks ago. Classic. Is that Michael Douglas in that movie where he driving out of town with his wife and they on this trip and they car break down and then the truck driver say he gonna drive his wife and he end up trying to find his wife the whole movie and they trying to get him in this town and he end up finding where the truck go to the house and they got his wife up in there. Is that Michael Douglas? What is the name of that movie? Y'all know what movie I'm talking about? They coming from a trip and they coming through and the car like break down on the road and this 18 wheeler pull up. Like he'll give his wife a ride back to town, which in real life, why would you do that? She can stand out here with me. No, I tell my husband, I'm not getting a job with this. Oh, Father of the Bride. Father of the Bride 2 is hilarious. Father of the Bride is hilarious, period. First of all, it's got my boy Martin Short in it and Martin not Martin Sheen. What's the father's name? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. What was the movie? The guy who's the father of the bride, the guy who plays the father and father of the bride. He was in a movie, and it's him. His sister got a teenage daughter. What is the name of that movie? He be taking his son to the baseball game. His son be singing, "When you slide in the third and you feel a juicy turd, diarrhea." And it's about being a parent. And the one lady, she got the kid. Uh, she got the little kid and the teenage daughter. I can't. They said, what was the name of that movie? I used to love that movie. But it's the same guy from Father of the Bride. He's in it. Oh, y'all getting me to thinking of all these movies I love. I loved Young Guns. Y'all remember that with Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen and what is the one my sisters be in love with? Lou Diamond Phillips, that's his name. My sister was in love with him. Steve Martin. Yeah, I used to love Steve Martin too. His movies were funny. Jersey Girl. Oh yeah, going everywhere. Oh yeah, but that's what I said. Cheaper by the Dozen. Oh, that was a good one. I was did on Cheaper by the Dozen, the one who played one of their youngest daughters. She was a super good dancer. She'd be up in Missy videos and stuff. A lot of people didn't know that about her. But yeah, the little girl up in Cheap by the Dozen. Hmm. Yeah, see, whenever there's two copies of a movie, it's always like one is always a little bit better. One will always get me. I'm like, oh, that's the one I really like. I like both. If the second one does the first one good justice, almost like a remake of a song, but it's just one is always gonna give me the best. You talking about the Rage of Carrie, part two? Oh no, you talking about Road Rage? Is that the movie with Kiefer Sullivan? And no, I think that's called like Big Bad Wolf. Y'all know what movie I'm talking about? Him, an old girl that's married to a boy from Cruel Intentions, but she's in this movie, and she like he picks her up. She's leaving from this trailer park. Anyway, he tries to kill her. She does up, beating him up, and then she gets arrested. And he come in. He got this whole metal thing on his head. It's supposed to be a scary movie, but anyway, I don't know why I just thought it. Some of these movies I can't think of the name of. No, you talking about the actual Road Rage movie. I thought you talking about the Rage of Carrie Part Two, because there's two Carries. There's more than one. The second one's actually really good. I just don't get how she's related to Carrie. Because I'm like, wasn't Carrie her only child? Wait, is she Carrie's daughter? I just don't get how she's. I don't get it. Oh my God, Christian Slater, River Phoenix, all of them. Come on, they were all on Teen Bop magazines and stuff when I was a kid. Like, who didn't love them? Lou Diamond Phillips, Christian Slater, Charlie Sheen. What are the two? I just said them earlier. The two Corys. It was so sad what happened to me, both of them. Even though one is still alive, it was just so sad watching both of them. And they had a reality show at one point. And on the reality show, the one who passed away, he was so far gone. Oh my God, he was so far gone. And then, do y'all remember when they were saying Corey Haim and Corey Feldman was saying Charlie Sheen had did things to them? Do y'all remember that? Or only I remember? Because I didn't make it up. I never hung with these dudes. But yeah, I remember they were saying that yeah, that old Charlie had turned them out. Hmm. But I used to love Charlie Sheen too. I love Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and their father Martin Sheen. I loved all of them. I can't lie. Martin Sheen, my favorite movie with him is the movie where old boy, when they in the military, boy end up taking his own life. I can't think of the name of that one either right now. That's a good one. That's a classic one for me and Martin Sheen. And Martin Sheen, so young in that movie, he looked just like Emilio Estevez in that movie. And then I love Men at Work with Emilio and Martin because I love both of them. Um, I did Charlie Sheen just threw himself away, but I always loved him. I loved him till he threw himself away. And then when he came back, I still loved him, to be honest with you. The Outsiders, oh my goodness. You going back, you going back, because I got everybody up in there. That got the Karate Kid, I got everybody up in there. Everybody in that movie. Catch Me If You Can, that was a good movie. That's a great story, too. Oh, wow. You used to live there? Wow. The Breakfast Club. Is it me, or did anybody see The Breakfast Club and wanted detention? If detention could have me in the room with the guy I'm in love with, and what I loved about Breakfast Club is like the jock and the cheerleader weren't together at the end. It was who you didn't expect. Like I don't know. I love the Breakfast Club. I love 80s movies. So first of all, anything the little Brat Pack was doing, I was all about. 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, all of those. Every last one of those movies. St. Elmo's Fire. Y'all remember that? Love that. What else? What's the movie? And it got all of them in it, and it actually has Robert Downey Jr. He's in it too. And Robert and they like all cool in high school. They end up going to college, whatever, or they all cool in college. And then Robert Downey Jr. end up like getting addicted, and they all keep trying to protect him because they, man, what movie is that? It sounded like St. Elmo's Fire, but it's not. St. Elmo's Fire had what's the one that ended up making the adult movies? I love him too because he also was on my show, Parks and Recreations. I love that show, Parks and Recreations. Just like I love The Office. All those are my shows. Uh, Man, I hate when I can't think of these movies. These are great movies. I'm trying to think of the name of it. You know, those are all good movies. But yeah, oh, I love good movies. I love good movies. I love good TV shows that I love. Like I just named Parks and Recreation. I love that show. The last the last season they could have kept it and threw it away, especially like the last 3 episodes, 4 episodes, they could have gotten threw them away. But everything up until those last 3 episodes on Parks and Recreations, I love. The Office, I love every single episode. The Office is a happy place for me, and it's around the winter time, so it's times when I'm gonna binge watch The Office because I don't know why I just like watching The Office in the winter for some reason. But The Office I love. Oh, I loved was that Modern Family? I love Modern Family. I used to love Will and Grace. Oh, that was my show. If it wasn't for Karen, I mean, I loved Will and Grace, but Karen and Jack, what Karen and Jack alone made the show. They made the show. Karen could have made it by herself, but Jack was just a bonus. But I love Will and Grace. What's other shows that I used to just love watching? It's a lot of shows. Now, when it comes to shows, because then there's reality shows I love watching. That's when it comes to shows. That's why I was telling Terry Lynn the other day. There's no Housewife I've never watched. So even if I stopped watching because I just got tired of them or I got tired of their storyline, there's no Housewives I've never watched. I've watched every Housewife to ever come out. Mhm. Oh, a bubble bath. You know what? That's what I need to do one of these days this week is take a bubble bath. I had told you all that last week I was going to take a bubble bath the day before my birthday because I had another one of those bath bombs and I was going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to do that tonight. can put on one of these things and sit in that bathtub and laugh, y'all. I promise you. Oh my God, it's 7 o'clock. Y'all, I've been on here forever running my mouth. Well, don't forget, y'all, send out love to each other, send out prayers. Like I said, Wednesday I go. Take me, to meet the people about the place. And keep Mary Ann in your prayers. She says she's been struggling for the last 3 weeks, so we want to send love to her. And just thinking about how much love, like Tina said, that she sends out all the time, and she's going through so much her own self. So we definitely want to send some love to our sister. I love you guys. It's still early, even though I just ran my mouth forever. I might be back. I might not. I don't know. But watch one of these great movies we just talked about, y'all, because these are some of my favorites. Y'all got me in my movie bag. I'm like, oh, I might have to put the fire stick out because I need to watch one of these movies. I need to. And another thing that was good before I go, that new season they had this year of Sex in the City. If you were a Sex in the City fan, those freaking episodes were so great that I'm waiting for the next part of that season. Like, don't get me wrong, that first episode, oh my God, the first and like the third one had me cry so hard. Like, oh, oh my God. But yeah, great. It was a great one. It was a great one. So that's something good to watch if you were a Sex and the City fan like I was. That was a real good one. That was a real that they did that. They did that. How they caught you up with everybody. The only thing that's missing is I'm gonna need them to go get Samantha. I'm gonna need my sister on that show. So if they get Samantha, so if she come back, and I'm just hoping, hey ambulance, I'm hoping Samantha comes back in the next season because I feel like, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it, but that Sex in the City that they brought out this year on HBO Max was great. It was worth it. If you're a Sex and the City fan, I promise you, you will not be upset. Like that was fan freaking tastic, and I love Sex in the City. I love Sex in the City. Watched all the movies. I watched every season. I love Sex in the City. He right there in the background always. You heard his little paws going through the room. You know what, Sweaty? I'm trying to think. I'm about to look and see because a lot of stuff be on YouTube too. And sometimes you might have to do some of the previews, not previews, but you know how they do little 5 seconds for a commercial. Because some things be on there free. I'm going to see if that's it. It might not be. Oh. Where is it? It's called And Just Like That. Oh my God. So, like, one of the things I love that YouTube does now is you can go onto YouTube, especially if you're one of the people who pay for YouTube. I don't know if anybody's a premium, but if you're a premium, they'll have all this stuff. So, like, you can type it in, and they got the you could pay to watch it if you wanted to, and get the whole season. But like I said, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 10 episodes. I cannot wait for season 2. Season 1 was great, but it's a season 2 because they left too much stuff open. Y'all, oh my God, it was so freaking good. So on here they have pieces of episodes, but I never like to watch just the pieces of it. When they try to give it to you in pieces, like, here's 2 minutes and here's 3. I hate doing it like that because sometimes it won't go in order, and it'll show you like 40 minutes in and then take you back to 15 minutes and it'll throw you. But I was just looking to see if they had any. I figured they might not, but yeah, you can. That's the one thing about YouTube. Even if you don't have cable, you can type in any movie or TV show, and YouTube has a way that you can either pay to watch it, or they'll have some of them end up being in there, watch with ads for free. But that's one of the things I love about it. But yeah, that Sex in the City, y'all. It was so good. Yeah, we were just talking great movies and movies that make us happy, or movies you love, or those tear jerkers, or great love movies. Like, oh, yeah, Google Play may have it. Yeah, like I said, that new Sex and the City was real good. And just like Sex and the City, little TV show, I always felt like Sex and the City was so real life. It touched all these different emotions in women, things we could relate to. You know what I mean? In all different kind of ways, not because of your race, just as a woman. And so that I always loved Sex and the City for that. That's why I always loved Girlfriend, Sex and the City. I just really felt like it touched women's stories, things women can relate to, things women fight about, things women worry about, things women go. I just love Sex and the City. And I'm like, every woman has had a Mr. Big. I don't know if we all put up with him as long as Carrie, but oh my God, Mr. Big, Carrie. I love their love story. I do. I love that in their love story, they broke up. He had other kid. He had. I just love that part. That part, like I'm telling you, if you definitely watch Sex in the City, but I'm preparing you, get ready to cry. You're gonna laugh good. You're gonna cry. You can go, and you're gonna, but it's definitely good. It's definitely good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that now I'm sitting about thinking about watching it again. I have to find out when that new season is gonna start because what time was it last year I watched that season? It was before I left Georgia because I was watching it out there. And I would watch it out on the back porch while the dogs were outside. I'm trying to think. So, is that the summer? But yeah, so a new one should be coming. But it'll definitely be in next year. It probably won't be this one. Sleepless in Seattle. Oh my God. I think Sleepless in Seattle is one of those movies everybody loved. Sleepless in Seattle is a good one. I've never seen You Got Mail. That was a big one. A lot of people saw. I never saw that one. They do. They have a chemistry. They have that chemistry. Like I used to think about Bill Cosby and his wife Claire Huxtable on that's not Felicia Rashad. They had that just a good on stream chemistry where it made you feel like they're really together. Yeah, they do have that chemistry. Yeah, those are good movies. I remember when I was a kid, Tom Hanks in the movie Big. That was my movie. I love Big. I love Big so much that one, I wanted to make a wish so I could grow up to be big like he was. And two, it made me want to live in a loft. So when I was young, I always wanted to live in a loft so I could skate through it. But I love the movie Big. And then as they go in there and they playing the piano on their feet. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, the piano scene. I was just saying that. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, yeah. I love that part. I love that movie. That's a movie that reminded me of being young. I love that movie when I was a kid. That's so funny. I was just saying that scene and you typed in that you love the piano scene. That is so funny because I was literally thinking because I can't think about Big and I think about that loft and that piano scene. Hold on, somebody about to walk past. I'm just waiting for the other bark. Y'all don't hear him? You know it's good to be nosy. He just staring at the door like, what they talking? Because they're down there, they're not bothering, but they walking this way. It's not today right in front of here, you don't say something. Anyway, I'm not gonna wait for them to walk up. I got better stuff to do. But yeah, like I said, all this talking about a good movie got me wanting to watch something good, y'all, for real. I want to watch something good now. But I want to watch something good and something either a romantic good or funny. Like that's what I feel like watching right now, something like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna get something to eat and watch that. And just chillax. That's it. Like I said, tomorrow I'll probably come by again tonight, but not right now. But um, because I know tomorrow what I want to do is I want to clean up. I want to go ahead and do my laundry. I want to put my stuff that I have here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the bags just in case, so it's just already done. Because also on the first, even if that's the day I gotta move, on the first, I have my eye appointment because that's when I have an appointment to try to get some more of these stitches taken out of my eyes. So I'm definitely not rescheduling that. So tomorrow I want to bathe Nino, clean up, do some laundry, put the stuff I have here up. Because like I said, y'all know I don't keep much here to tote. The dog kennel, the clothes I have. That's really about it. I don't have much here. I want to purposely stay like that because all I need is clothes and my um, cooler, my baby fridge, my kennel. But yeah, so like I said, I will probably get back at you guys a little later. Thank you all for listening to me. Thank you for bringing up my energy. And like I said, I know we all going through something. And it's good to have each other, to be there for each other, to love on each other, to listen to each other, to not judge each other. It's good to have that safety. That's parts of a safe place. Because a place is only as safe as the people who are in it make it. And so I thank everybody for that. I thank everybody for the love. And I'm gonna get out of here. You know what? I need to go get some water. That's why I need to go get some bottled water. But yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here and take old stinker butt outside with me. I think I'm gonna take him with me to the store and go get some water. And I will get back at you guys later. Make sure nobody's saying nothing before I get out of here. Yes, me either, Sonny. I can't. I can't. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thanks, Kels. I can't. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at right now. Like I said, this is all going well. And the fact that we go on Wednesday to meet Nino, he just wants to meet, and that's fine. And so that's what we're going to do. Like I said, what's for you can't nobody take from you. And the good thing is, like I said, we meet Wednesday. The only thing between Wednesday and now is tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, give Nino his band. I'm not worried about it. He has a muzzle. He has everything he needs. He has papers. He'll be fine. It'll just be informally meeting him. You know what I'm saying? So he can see, that's it. So hopefully that goes well. And then we go in there. But like I said, I'd be lying if I told you while I was sitting and thinking. I just thought about everything. I thought about what if I gave up on him? What if I would have just said, well, if I get rid of him, I gone and get, but what if I still would have been waiting? I thought about it all. I thought about all the money. I thought about how the mind will beat you up to feel bad when I am content not to stay in here forever, but I can understand that I'm blessed to have a roof over my head. I don't have to worry about where my dog is. I don't have to worry about being cold. I don't have to worry about being hot. That's what I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about feeling like I'm a burden on somebody. I don't have to. So I'm blessed for that. And I'm blessed that I've been able to be as loyal to him as he's been to me. So, like I said, as long as I'm breathing or he breathing, I'm gonna be with him. I'm gonna rock with him. It's that simple. It's that simple. But yeah, so when I came in earlier and they called, I was excited. But then, like I said, there's those fears in you that just don't want to get excited because you just don't want to be let down. And so when I was opening up and being very transparent with you all, sometimes that's scary too. It's scary sometimes to just be as real as you can. But one of the things I love is it's not that scary with you all where I don't do it because I'm scared to open up. I'm okay opening up with you all. I feel safe. And that's what makes it a safe place, not just for me and for you. So, like I said, let me stop because y'all know I get to running my mouth a mile a minute, some more. So, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And, like I said, thanks for loving on each other. Really, I mean that. I mean that. Somebody gonna come to the room or could be in the room, and the only love they get is at this moment. So we can't miss that moment. So thank you for loving on each other. Thank you for loving on me. And I'll catch you later. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, my Susan. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for being there for me, sisters. Now go enjoy your day. Get on out of here, everybody. Go enjoy your evening. Watch one of them movies. I think I'm gonna have to check out that You Got Mail because I've been hearing about that movie for years and I never watched it. I'll check that one out. All right, guys. See ya. Love ya.